So this is actually the second time I've done this just now. And the only reason I'll do this is because I am drinking the same hot sauce. So I'm not actually having competing flavors in my mouth. This is my first video. This is my first review video. I have a number of different hot sauces to choose from. I'll kind of run through them quick because I did this again once before. I'm going to do it again. I have Mr. Blister's Garlic Extreme, Smack My Ass and Call Me Sally Jalapeno from Tijuana Flats, Zunzi's Shit Yeah Sauce, hot as shit, Latte's Traditional Barbados Mustard-Based Hot Sauce, Inferno Garlic Habanero, Marie Sharp's Green Habanero, Rogue from Hot Ones, Marie Sharp's Smoked Habanero, Tapatio, Angry Goat Sacrifice, Texas Pete's, Tapatio, we've got Frank's Sweet Chili, we've got Fighting Cock Barbecue Sauce, we've got Valentina, and a number of Frank's sauces. We're always picking up new sauces to try. We're going to the local hot sauce shop and trying new sauces and seeing what we like and picking up a couple at a time. I wish we had $1 million, we'd have a whole line. These also don't need to be refrigerated. A lot of them, the sweeter ones do, the saltier vinegar-based ones do not, but I typically do refrigerate them all because I have not filled up my fridge yet. So today we're going to start with I think it's a regional hot sauce because Tijuana Flats is a Tex-Mex restaurant in the southeast. I think it's based in Florida. I'm in Savannah, Georgia, but the people that go there are called Flatheads. They do Tex-Mex. They've got like fun graffiti inside the restaurants, and they have a hot sauce tasting bar, which is really cool. And you guys will be all about that. I'm all about it. I'm a new flathead. I got into hot sauce. I was into hot sauce as a kid, and then I kind of stopped. I remember I had a bottle of Dave's Insanity sauce when I was probably 12 years old, and I was, I'd try like a little bit, and we would challenge each other, see how much we could take. And then I kind of got out of it for a while. Probably about 2 years ago, I got back into hot sauce in a big way. And so right now we're going to review the Smack My Ass and Call Me Sally, the second slapping jalapeno hot sauce by Tijuana Flats. It's by Tijuana Flats Hot Foods Incorporated out of Altamont Springs, Florida. Here's the description on the bottle. Chet was a bad dude, the kind of guy that would hide the dentures from his grandmother. So it was no surprise when Janice, who's Chet's wife, slapped some of his homemade sauce into Chet's moonshine. After one sip, Big Chet fell to his knees with a tear in his eye and shouted, "Well, smack my ass and call me Sally." And I'm assuming this is Chet. And the sauce is called Smack My Ass and Call Me Sally, the second slapping, jalapeno sauce. The ingredients are pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Jalapeno peppers, distilled vinegar, salt, vegetable gum, and blue number 1. So there is a little bit of dye in here. Now, compared to some other, I don't actually have any other jalapeno sauces right now, but I do have some other green sauces. This is the Marie Sharp's Green Habanero Pepper Sauce, and it looks like it has lime, habaneros, garlic, and cactus in the photo. The ingredients say it's nopal, which I'm assuming that's cactus, onions, green habanero, pepper, vinegar, lime juice, salt, and garlic. This is a much thicker sauce. Lots of chunks, very viscous. I mean, you really got to shake it up and you really got to work it out of the bottle. Whereas the Smack My Ass and Call Me Sally jalapeno sauce is, I would say, pretty standard of a green jalapeno sauce. You can see some particles of pepper in there, and I'll get some close-ups so you can see a little bit closer. And it's pretty runny. I like this kind of texture. I like this kind of sauce on eggs or soup, or even just with vegetables, something like that. It's a good sauce where it gives flavor and spice to dishes that maybe you don't want to add color to. So I like with roasted chicken, I'll throw some of this in here because it's got some of the garlic and pepper flavor into it already. Today I'm going to do just kind of a clean slate test. where I'm gonna do a teaspoon of the Smack My Ass and Call Me Sally because it's not a super hot sauce. Again, this is not a challenge channel. I'm not gonna be putting a whole teaspoon of sacrifice and then doing that, because what I want to provide is an honest opinion of this sauce in flavor, heat, and value. So, you know, what should you go out and buy? Is this the sauce that you should have in your fridge or on your shelf? So I'm going to go ahead and put a teaspoon on here. I'm going to do a little taste, and then I'm going to down the thing so that I can get a sense of taste, and then also just heat. And so here we go. So immediate heat on the tip of the tongue, immediate heat working to the back, not super hot, very salty, very vinegary. Flavor typical of a jalapeno sauce. Again, this is actually the second time I'm shooting this because my card filled up and I'm now doing this again with the same sauce. So I am sweating, but I think it's just because of the Georgia heat and humidity. I don't think it's really because of the heat of the sauce. It's got a nice flavor. It does have a little bit of that like metallic flavor, which I think are more typical in extracts and way hotter sauces. It could be because I'm working from a spoon and not from a cracker or a chicken wing. But it's a nice flavor. Not a ton of heat. It's now kind of worked its way. Tip of my tongue is fine. This time around, I feel no sensation on my lips, but it is working its way to the back of my throat a little bit. Now for hotter sauces, I'm going to do kind of an afterburn. I'm going to let the afterburn play out so you can see how the progression of the capsaicin kind of works its way through your mouth and your system. Only for 5 to 10 minutes, not for a day, because that's a whole different ball game. But we're going to go ahead and finish the rest of this. Yeah, it's good flavor. It's a good jalapeno sauce. Definitely, this is something that I would put, or I do put, on my eggs. I love jalapeno sauce on my eggs for whatever reason. There's a lot of different hot sauces I would put on my eggs, but you know, you could go for cayenne-based sauce or jalapeno sauce or something a little hotter, habanero sauce, or you know, on the extreme spectrum. When I'm first starting my day, I just want flavor without a ton of heat. Jalapeno sauces are a great place to start. So yeah, again, just a lot of saltiness, kind of a sour, vinegary taste. Pretty good. I would say on the heat spectrum, on the heat scale, 0 to 10, I'm gonna give it 3 chili peppers. Not very hot. At this point, I can handle some pretty hot peppers. If you're new to hot sauce, you probably don't want to start with a whole teaspoon. You might want to start with a couple drops and work your way up. But if you've been doing this a while, you're gonna have no problem. A lot of flavor, not a ton of heat. On flavor, I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10. I have had better jalapeno sauces. This one's just kind of flat. It's, again, I don't know the terminology. I'm no sommelier of hot sauces, but it's you get the initial flavor right up front, the heat right up front, and that's kind of it. There's no complexity to it where sometimes you'll get sweetness and then saltiness and then the heat comes in after, and there's kind of like a complexity to some sauces, whereas this one's just pretty standard jalapeno hot sauce. It's good, but it's nothing I'd say exceptional. And value, I can't remember how much this one costs. I would guess it's somewhere around $7 to $11, $7.95 to $10.95. I don't have the label still on it. But as I keep going with these videos, I'm gonna be trying sauces for the first time and giving my honest review. So this was the, I think that's it for me. At this point, the afterburn is kind of in the back of my throat, back of my tongue. Lips are fine, tip of my tongue's fine. They kind of still have like a little bit of metallic and slight metallic, but pretty much predominantly jalapeno salty, sour, vinegary taste in my mouth. This was the Smack My Ass and Call Me Sally Second Slapping Jalapeno Sauce. And it's from the Tijuana Flats Hot Foods Incorporated out of Altamont Springs, Florida. Got a 3 on the heat scale, a 6 on the flavor, and value-wise, I think it's definitely worth trying and probably worth having in your fridge if you're into jalapeno-based sauces. And that's my first review. I'm gonna try and do a couple of these a week. It might be slow to start, but I'm going to work my way up. I hope you enjoyed it. Please drop me a comment below with suggestions, corrections, because again, I'm no professional. I'm just going to tell you what I think, and then you can tell me what what is wrong about what I say, or why you think it should be better or different or worse, and some suggestions, and we'll go from there. I really appreciate you watching all the way through if you're still watching, and I'll see you in the next one.